Hello, everyone. So today we are going to talk about another kind of present perfect. So last week we talked about present perfect number one. That is what we're calling experience, and those are completed actions. So this is present perfect two, and we'll call this linking. So here are some examples of present perfect two. So number one, Sam has worked at Microsoft since 2018. Number two, Larry has worked in the nursing home since last year. Number three, Lyubov has been an American citizen for 6 months. And four, Ahmed has studied French for many years. Okay, so in all of these sentences, we have the idea of since, for, and for. Now, these words, since and for, are kind of magic with present perfect. So when we were talking about experience present perfect, for example, a sentence like, I have lived in California. That action is finished, it's done. We have already done our homework. Homework is done, we're finished with it. In these sentences, the meaning is a little different, a lot different. So when we say a sentence like Sam has worked at Microsoft since 2018, what that means is that Sam started at Microsoft in 2018 and he still works there now. So we'll call this linking because it's similar to a chain. So these things right here are called links. And when we use present perfect two, linking, what we're doing is we have a time in the past and we have the present, and we are joining them together with present perfect and the time words since and for. So, so when we say Ahmed has studied French for many years, so what this means is sometime in the past, he started studying French, dun 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 dun, and he still studies French in the present. So let's look at these amazing words, since and for. We'll come up. So again, we're connecting the past to the present with these words, since and for. Now, since, we use this word with the time that the action started. So for example, 1999, we could say, I have lived in Washington since 1999. Another one, yesterday. So let's say the action started yesterday. I could say, I haven't slept since yesterday. So this person is probably tired today because yesterday they didn't sleep, and still now they have not slept. We've got last week. So the action started last week. I have studied present perfect since last week. We started last week, we're still doing it now. Okay, so that's the idea. So since is always with the time that the action started. For is different. We use for to explain the amount of time the action has happened. So in this one, we're talking about when the action started. In this one, we're talking about how long the action has happened. So we could use words like several months, or 2 days, or a long time, or 5 minutes. So, for example, you could say this, I have I have lived in Mount Lake Terrace for several months. It started a few months ago. I'm still living in Mount Lake Terrace, and so we could say I have lived in Mount Lake Terrace for several months. Okay, so let's look at some examples, and we'll kind of test ourselves. Is it since or for? So we'll go down here. Okay, so the since and for, so since is when the action started, and for is the amount of time. So let's look at these examples. So she has lived here. Now we've got 20 years. So that's not when it started, that's the amount of time. So here we would say for 20 years. Now in this one, she has lived here 2001. That's not an amount of time, that's when the action started. So what we would do for this is say since. All right, now here we have studied at this school September 29th, 2020. So this sounds like the time it started, so we would say since in this one. So September 29, 2020 was about a year ago. So here we have studied at this school. This is about a year. The length of time, how long? So we would say for about a year. All right, now here, Alice has been married 3 months. This is an amount of time, so we'll say for 3 months. July is when it started. She got married in July. She is still married now, so it started in July, so we will say since July. Now, here they have been at the hotel. This is an amount of time. How long have they been at the hotel? A week. So for this, we would say for a week. Last, they have been at the hotel, and here we've got last Tuesday. That is when the action started. So here we would say since. Okay, so just to review here, so when we use present perfect with since and for, we could say that, we could say for this, the action is not complete. It is still happening now. So when we use linking with since and for, the action is not complete. It is still happening now. Okay, so that is the second kind of present perfect linking. We will be studying with this more, so there you go. Thanks, guys. Bye.